Yo, welcome to the channel. Today we have a Mafex Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure this is the 2.0. If I look at the box here, let me see. It is the number 129. Pretty sure 2.0, but whatever. Point is, he is cool. So I picked this up yesterday for about 40 bucks, and I do think he's worth it. The only thing he was missing was his version of Grogu. But because I already own the SHF, that isn't an issue for me. So already, first thoughts, I guess, well, not first thoughts, but one thing I want to say is this figure already is better than the SHF, at least in my eyes. I will show off the SHF one in a bit. But I mean, articulation-wise and sculpt-wise, I think this one has stronger pieces to it. Though the SHF does beat this one in a few ways. So you can see the helmet. This is based on the Beskar version. He doesn't have the Beast signet on any of his shoulder pads, so that is kind of weird. But I mean, I'm not here to complain about the lore inaccuracies with this costume. I just want to review the figure. So you can see the rest of the body is pretty detailed. This cape is nice and like rough. It's almost this like coarse texture. There are wires at the very top, so you can pose it flying kind of, but I mean, there's bottom of it, the majority of it still is unwired, so I don't know how good poses. I stuttered a lot, my bad, let me restart. I don't know how many good poses you're going to get out of this because the majority of the cape is just free flowing. So articulation wise, he isn't really limited in most aspects, but there are some aspects where it could be better. So the head, because the dome is so big, you can look up about that far. You can look down decent. You can look side to side, and does have some tilt. These shoulder pads are articulated. You can see in there's a hinge joint. So they shouldn't impede any movement going up. There's a butterfly joint that does a lot for the arm to go out. It shifts a little bit back and it shifts downward. So you have the arm drooping. There is no bicep swivel, but there is a elbow swivel. The elbows are double jointed that bend in a little past 90. And it does have the usual 1/12 wrist peg, and also these gauntlets are articulated. I'm pretty sure they both... Okay, so the one on the left is this one's articulated, but it barely shifts. It doesn't really move that much. Now his torso is limited because of the sculpt here. This armor isn't cut in any way, so you're gonna have trouble pushing it forward. You can draw him back quite a bit. He does turn side to side and he does tilt. He has drop down legs because on this side it's limited because of the black body armor part. You can barely move the leg up, move the leg back. There's thigh swivel, and he does have single jointed knees. That does kind of suck, but I mean, that's what it is. He does not have a boot cut. His ankles are pretty limited. They move down, they move up. There is some pivot, and then do move side to side. And then he does have toe movement, so you can get him leaning if you need him to. So he does pose well. It's just a lot of the movement is going to be in the upper torso. Let me get a nice pose going here. You know, Mando's ready for a fight, defending his honorary son Grogu. Balancing shouldn't be too hard. I guess let me get the cape pose as well as I can. Yeah, you can't really... The cape is going to be pretty limited. So accessory-wise, he does come with quite a bit. Let me get some stuff out of the way. So weapons, he comes with his disintegrator rifle. I'm pretty sure that's what this thing is called. And here it is compared to the SHF version. As you can see, the sculpt work on the Mafex version is better, but they are really similar in a lot of ways. If anything, they're pretty much the same size. This one's just a bit bigger proportionately. Also, the SHF one does break apart, while the Mafex one doesn't at all. So I do like that. He comes with a vibro blade, whatever the hell this thing's called. I think that's what it's called. A little blade. This is seen on his left boot. Right boot, but you can't take it out, so this is just meant to be the extended version of that. He has the pistol in the holster here. It is pink. I'm pretty sure this is based on concept art, or maybe it was just pink in the show, I don't know, but that's interesting. And it does just fit right there. Get him balancing. He comes with an extra gauntlet that does have the grapple hook already attached, which does look pretty cool. There's no hook at the end, it's just this kind of pull. My favorite accessory is the flamethrower effect. There's a nice paint app of having a blue, then clear, then the big burst of flames here. And because this thing is so dense, it'd be hard to attach it to the actual figure. You get this separate stand that does allow you to attach it. So you get the base, a pole, and on the bottom about right here you see a peg hole. And then, hold on, let me find it myself. and then you just stick it on. And there's also an extended piece of the pole if you wanted to use it. If you want to use it while he's standing. Let me get this. So yeah, this is a finicky piece. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it does portray a convincing effect. I still really like this though. It comes with an extra holster. I'm pretty sure this is for attaching the. Oh, my bad, I was off camera. So I'm pretty sure this is for attaching the rifle to his back. You also get this extra piece that's like holding the rifle. I don't know. This is really convoluted, but it's better than the SHF. The SHF has a bunch of tiny little pieces that basically do nothing. He does have some hands. These are just relaxed / gripping hands. He has these open hands. You can see there's a detail of having the fingertips be orange and then having the blue on the back, along as the white hand guards. He has two different types of trigger fingers. These are just the hand with the straight wrist. And he has these ones with a curved wrist for the rifle. So you do get two pairs of those that can fit both the left and the right hands, which is really cool. You get these pointing hands, so in case you want to pull some Bane poses or you want to have Mando point, it's up to you. And then these are more weapon gripping hands. This is just for grabbing things or just looking scary, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you. And you have these hands, which look like fists, but they're actually for gripping things. Oops. Didn't mean to knock him over. But, I mean, while I'm holding him, we can move on to size comparisons. I'll show off how to do the holster thing at the end of the video, but stick around for that. So we'll compare him to some other figures I do have. So there you're sitting straight up. We will compare him to the SHF that I have right here. So you can see the SHF is shorter, but I do like the sculpt on it. I like how shiny the armor is. Okay, well... you have to excuse that, it's been a long day. But yeah, so there they are standing together. You can see the Mafex one is a bit duller in the paint apps, but he is taller. While the SHF has a better overall sculpt where you can see there's more wrinkles on the red, not the red, the brown. The armor is way shinier, and you have the signet right there. These might be based off different versions of Mandalorian, like this probably season 1, this is season 2, but point is, that still is there. Here's compared to a Black Series Boba Fett. As you can see, Mando isn't short, but he isn't too tall either. He's having trouble bouncing. Let me hold him. So that's pretty cool. Leave him up for general comparison. And here he is compared to just your average Mafex. This is the Mafex Terminator. So yeah, so like I said earlier, Mando isn't too short, but he isn't too tall. I do think he's proportionate, and he does scale well. I guess now it's time to answer the big question for myself and the viewer if you're using this video to decide which one to buy. I will recommend the Mafex one if you want to use better articulation, better accessories, and if you just want an overall sturdier figure. Well, this one has a better sculpt, and I think the design is better. This is a Season 2 version. I'm pretty sure this is Season 1, so this one will have the Beskar Spear. Let's hope he balances. So the SHF one does have the Beskar Spear, while this one doesn't. But yeah, overall, I think this one moves better. This one looks better. I will keep both in my collection for different purposes. Oh, wait, I just noticed this. Look. The helmets, this one's wider. That's pretty cool. But anyway, like I was saying, I'll keep both for different purposes. But yeah, overall, I like this one way more. Now, like I mentioned with the holster, let me try to see if I can replace it. I'm going to read the instructions real quick. I don't want to break anything. Okay, so if I remember correct, so I just read the instructions. You're supposed to hold him by the legs and the torso. And, oh, God. I expect it to be so violent. Okay. Well, you take that off. You kind of slide this over. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure the difference is this one's the one that's meant to have the strap on it for the rifle. It does seem to be plugged in. Where's the other strap? No, I see it. Yeah, because this one's just bare. So this is the pre-rifle attached strap. Oh my God, I'm so confused. Okay, and then from here, you just plug this in. Okay, so I figured it out. Did I? I feel like I have it. Oh no, it's right here. Okay. You plug it in on the scope. Okay, so this is already the rifle one. Okay, but you can see you're supposed to split Mando in two. I guess this is also a good way to get the no bandolier look if you want to do that. Okay, but the difference is, so this one's the one that's meant to not have the rifle, and they both have equal holsters, so you don't have to worry about that. You can see this one's more detached. I don't know if this is a QC issue or if it's just meant to be like that, but yeah. So there's that. I'll show how the rifle looks. Here, put this all back together. Give me a sec. I can't tell if this is how he's meant to look. Yeah, that looks right to me. Okay, so now you draw the cape back. Pretty sure you're supposed to plug this into the scope. Maybe you're supposed to... Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, so you're supposed to plug this in right here. I was plugging it into the wire on the cape. Okay. Jesus, confusing. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. All right, plugged it in. Now we just come down here, grab this little loop, wrap it around the rifle, and there we go. The rifle is attached to his back. Honestly, definitely a look. I think it's way completely, I'm going to say it with confidence, completely 100% better than the way SHF does it. SHF, you need to plug in through the cape on the back. You need to grab this. You need to take the entire rifle apart. I just dropped it. You need to take the entire rifle apart, put all this stuff back together. It's really, really confusing, but I mean, hey, Mafex did it better. So yeah, that's my conclusion of this video. Mafex is better. Anyway, point is, hope you enjoy the photos. Stay safe out there. God bless. And thank you for the support I've been getting recently. We're almost at 300. We hit 300 subscribers. We're almost at 320. So yeah, 320 subscriber special soon. Anyway, thank you. Peace out. Stay safe. And here's something I forgot to bring up. There is the Mandalorian compared to the SHF Grogu. Doesn't look that bad. Let me grab another one. Here is compared to the Black Series Grogu. So you can see the Black Series one is too short for Mando, but I think the SHF one scales perfectly. And I guess for good looks, here is the cradle. So yeah, Mando can take care of his foster kid. But yeah, peace out for real this time.